Buenos días. Vamos a seguir repasando los verbos y sus conjugaciones, okay? Let me share my screen. Muy bien. 4 tenses overview. So today's classwork is going to have to do with these 4 tenses, all right? Before we get into practicing our conjugations, etc., I wanted to give you a quick little overview of what each tense means, represents, and how to use it, okay? Let's start with presente. Empezamos con el presente. It is used to talk about actions, routines, and things happening now or in the near future. In order to conjugate, you need to, step one, identify the subject. Step two, remove the AR, ER, IR at the end of the verb. And then add the corresponding present tense ending, okay? If you don't remember what those are, they will be on the following slides, okay? So just make sure you are following along. El pretérito, we've done a lot of preterite recently, right? This should be fresh in your brain. It is used to talk about actions that have taken place in the past, all right? In order to conjugate, very similar to el presente, you need to, number one, identify the subject. Number two, remove the AR, ER, IR ending, and then add the corresponding preterite ending, okay? Spelling rules. Do not forget, these occur only in the yo form, right? For verbs that end in CAR, like sacar, you need to replace the C with a QU. Again, this only happens in the yo form, right? So it would be saque. Similar to CAR, GAR is the same thing, but instead of a QU, you are replacing the G with a GU. So for example, the verb cargar, if I wanted to conjugate it in the yo form, it would be cargué, right? You change that G into a GU. Progresivo. It is used to talk about what a person, animal, or thing is doing right now in this moment. To conjugate, you need 2 verbs, right? You need to, step one, identify the subject. Step two, conjugate estar, because in order to use the progressive, you need to use estar. Remember that. Do not forget, we did this a few weeks back. Some of you might remember, some of you might not. You need to use the verb estar along with the verb. So it is 2 verbs as it is mentioned here. One verb will always be the estar verb. So you need to conjugate estar and then add the verb with ando, yendo ending. What does that look like? If I have an AR verb, it is going to have an ando ending. So if I want to say I am, what's an AR verb? Bailar. If I want to say I am dancing, it would be yo estoy, right? You conjugate estar to match the subject. Yo estoy bailando. So I eliminate the AR in bailar, add ando. It would be estoy bailando. If I were to do an ER verb like comer, we know that means to eat. If I wanted to say you are eating, right now, you are eating, it would be tú, right? Estás, because that's the conjugation for estar in the tú form. And then it would be comiendo, right? Because it is an ER verb, we add yendo at the end. Eliminate the AR, add the IENDO. Comiendo. Same thing applies with IR verbs. Escribir. If I wanted to do you are writing, or she, let's do she is writing, right? She is writing. Ella está, again, conjugate estar. Ella está escribiendo. Eliminate IR, add the yendo. Escribiendo. Okay? And last but not least, mandatos. These are affirmative to commands, and they are used to tell somebody, someone, to do something, right? To conjugate, use the usted subject conjugation, all right? So for example, limpiar, if I want to tell you to clean, like, hey, clean, I would say limpia. Same thing for escribir. If I wanted to say, hey, write, it would be escribe. All right? Same thing for correr, corre. Now, please do not confuse this. I know you see tú here, but in reality, you are using the usted conjugations to tell somebody to do something. All right? So do not forget that. These are all the these are all the verb tenses that we have learned. These are all going to be on the IA. The remainder of this lesson of the classwork is simply practice with all of these tenses. All right? So, vamos a empezar. Espero que le vaya bien. Si tienen preguntas, obviamente la señorita Gaol y yo estamos disponibles. We are available. Do not hesitate to reach out, please. All right? Los quiero mucho, buena suerte y vamos a empezar. Adiós.